And the smoothest transition goes to good morning. So in today's video we're going to be discussing meal planning. It's a very basic video. I'm not going to go into too much detail. It's literally just going to give you the easiest go through steps to make an effective meal plan that's going to work for you, okay? So first things first, we need to look at our energy expenditure. So at absolute rest, if you did nothing for 24 hours, you would still burn an amount of calories, just bodily functions, okay? This value is called your basal metabolic rate, or BMR. If you just go on YouTube, or preferably Google, go on Google, search up BMR calculator, you'll get a formula, just put your details in, it'll come out with a value, times this value by your activity levels. This should be on the same website. If not, just search up total estimated recommendation of calories. So you take your BMR, you times it by how active you are. So if you're very active, that value is 1.9. I don't know what the other ones are. So you get your total estimated recommendation. And then once you've got that amount, you then look at, so that's your maintenance calories, okay? So if you want to bulk, go 2, 3, 400 calories over this amount. If you want to cut, 2, 3, 400 below. So now that's covered, we've covered energy expenditure. We just want to look at what foods are we going to put in the meal plan, okay? The reason buying someone else's meal plan sucks is because you're going to be eating the foods they have set for you. And although they may be nutritious and although all the macros will be worked out for you and stuff, it may not be what you enjoy eating the most, okay? So for me, I really enjoy chicken and rice and beef stews, okay? So those are the main dinners that I have most nights. I don't really mix it up too much unless I want to. I'll maybe have a pasta once a week or something like that. But look at foods that you enjoy, that you can make healthily, that you can stick to over a long period of time, that are sustainable. You know, you'll be able to afford it, you'll be able to stick to it, you don't get bored of it. Or if you do get bored of it, you can adjust the meal plan. You know, it's not set in stone because you need a level of adherence, and you're going to adhere more to something that you are passionate about. So if you're passionate about the foods you're eating, you're going to be way more likely to stick to it, okay? So you need to pick around your schedule, okay? You need to pick what breakfast, lunch, and dinners you're going to have, whether there's any snacks, whether there's any supplements, what fluids you'll be drinking. You know, you want to plan all this so you can optimize your food intake and your water intake, stuff like that, okay? So if you work certain days, you need to look at, you know, whether they feed you at work. You can plan in for that. If they don't feed you at work, you need to plan what you're going to take to work that obviously fits your macros and micros. You know, you want to look at what you can plan consistently, okay? So you want to plan for breakfast. It's the easiest way of doing it, okay, is don't overcomplicate it and don't have too many different types of foods. So for example, for breakfast, if you just had oats every morning or eggs every morning, stuff like that, perhaps you'll get bored of it after a little while and you can change to something else. Like maybe you've had oats too long and you want to start having maybe, I'm trying to think of a breakfast item now. I don't know, just bacon, sausages and eggs, right? Or something like that, okay? You've had oats for too long, you want to have something different, mix it up. Don't absolutely throw it in the bin. I don't want a meal plan anymore, I'm getting bored of my food, I'm just going to eat like shit. Don't do that. Just plan for something different and then stick to that and maybe alternate it. But it's easiest if you just have one breakfast, maybe 2 different types of lunches, and maybe like 3 different types of dinners a week, and you just stick to it like that. Personally, I have regularly similar breakfasts every day, the same lunch every day, and currently I've done different meal plans in the forge. The meal plan I'm on at the moment is regularly, it's either steak and eggs or just eggs with vegetables and fruit juice, or fruit I've grown at home. And for lunch currently is nuts and seeds with honey, and then dinner is either chicken and rice or a beef stew with liver, right, and potatoes. So that's me, that's what I like, and those are foods that I can consistently prep and it doesn't take me forever, and I enjoy it. You know, it fits my macros, fits my micros. There's lots to it, and yeah, that's what you want to look at really. How it's going to fit your schedule, what foods you are going to be able to stick to and eat on a regular basis. Once you've planned your meals as well, it's a lot easier to make a shopping list, and you can get the bits, and it will all be in the fridge, nice and sorted, and you'll look at that and go, yeah, there's Wednesday's dinner and here's my next breakfast for the next 2 weeks. You know, it's nice because you feel more in control of your diet. And once you've got your diet even slightly more pinned down, the gym's going to be easier. You know, your performance will go up because you're feeding yourself correctly. Your mood's going to go up because you're feeding yourself correctly. Your sleep will likely be better. You're just going to feel better because of the foods you've organised yourself to eat regularly. They're going to be high in nutrients. You know, another thing as well, right? So when we're doing meal plans, okay, it depending how far you want to take this, all right, you are in complete control of your diet, and therefore, should you want to, you could feed yourself very optimally, okay? If you're living with your family and you perhaps eat dinner with your parents make you dinner, that's great because now you only need to plan for breakfast and lunch, okay? Breakfast and lunch, you could make, you know, really spot on meals that you have every day, and your nutrition intake is going to be higher. Your, as I say, your mood, your performance will get better, and it gives you a taste of the real world. You know, I'm 19. I've done this since I was 17. You know, not necessarily meal plans and stuff in the sense of looking at it from a nutritional perspective, but I have prepped and done my own food for the last 2 years, and so that gives me a little bit more cooking experience and stuff like that. So, as I say, you want to plan these meals around what you have to do in the week so that you can stick to it. You want to plan meals that you enjoy and that are going to taste nice and that you can stick to. And you want to be looking at foods that are of a higher quality and nothing processed, guys. Like when you're meal planning, we want to be planning to optimize or at least get closer to an optimal diet. I personally don't believe there is such thing as a perfect diet. You know, you've got people like Brian Johnson, who's that. I think he sold his company, something or other, for millions, okay? And all he's done since then, well, not all he's done, that's, you know, not to discredit the guy, he seems cool, but his goal, if you will, from what I've seen, is he wants to reduce aging, and so he's optimized his diet. I don't really believe in that. You know, he takes like 100 supplements a day. Awesome. You know, look at all those biomarkers and do this, do that. That's far too complicated for your average person who just wants to get in shape, eat right, and feel better about themselves, okay? We don't need to overcomplicate it because if you make it too difficult and, you know, you've got too much to do, you're not going to want to do it. You just think, oh, sod that, I'll just make a sandwich. That's not what we need. We need, I've got my meals prepped for the next 2 days. Awesome. It only took me an hour and a half and now I don't need to cook. All my meals are ready for me. I feel great because I'm eating correctly. All this stuff, okay? Also, one more thing I want to talk about. If you're going to be reheating food, please, for your own good, don't microwave plastic Tupperware ever at all. Don't put your food in plastic whenever it can be avoided, okay? So, for example, I prep my nuts and seeds. I've got some here. I prep these in jars, okay? Glass, no plastic. I don't have to heat that up, mind, right? But if I had chicken and rice, okay, I don't know why I'd be microwaving that, but yeah, okay, right. So the rice, for example, the rice regularly, most people, I don't, you know, maybe you cook rice from scratch, but I buy my rice in packets because it's quicker, you know, convenience. It comes in plastic. You can take it out the plastic and heat it up on its own. Or personally, I cook mine in a ceramic dish with the chicken, so it all like steams and it's really nice. But not everyone has one of those tagines, okay? Not everyone's got a ceramic dish. So if you need to nuke your rice, fine, it works. Just put it in a bowl, maybe put a plate over the bowl so it seals it, keeps it, you know, keeps the heat in, and then you're not cooking your food in plastic because that's just going to leach into your food, affect the quality, affect your hormones. We want to be limiting plastic exposure. Obviously, that's not the main point of this video, and I am rambling a little bit, so I'm gonna end it off here. Don't want to talk for too long. I think I've explained it fairly well. So this is the basic guide to a meal plan. I hope it's been helpful. As I say, energy expenditure, plan meals you enjoy, plan it around your schedule, stick to it, be healthy. That's all it is to it, you know. If you want to take supplements, like, okay, I've got omega-3 oil here. If you want to take supplements, put them in the plan, make sure you stick to it. If you don't take supplements, awesome. You don't really need to, I don't think. If you live a healthy lifestyle and you have a good diet, there's no real need for supplements. They can help, you know, that's the whole point. They can supplement a good diet, but supplements will not save a bad diet. Neither will training. You can't, this notion of you can out-train a bad diet and, oh yeah, dirty bulking, yeah, sure, you'll put weight on, sure, you'll progress in the gym, but your health will not be as good as if you took the time to look at healthy foods you can eat that aren't full of shit, and, you know, you're not you're not eating like shit. Like that's all there is to it. Okay, so thanks a lot for watching, and in tomorrow's video we should do a more comprehensive guide. I've got a meal plan that I'm going to talk through on my laptop, and we'll also talk through, you know, how you calculate your macros and stuff. It should be much more in depth, but this has just been a quick 10-minute video on how you can plan your meals. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.